Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brothers, and the message that he sent to me reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? My brother, I am a troubled man and I am depressed and I do not know what to do anymore. I have come here on your platform looking for any kind of advice. I am here in the United Kingdom, but my wife, she was the first one who came here to the UK, and she left me back home in Zim. So my wife's siblings and their husbands, they were the first ones to come to the UK. Let me go back a little bit in the past. When my wife, when I met her, when we started dating, she was still doing her high school. So she was really beautiful, and I wanted her to become my wife one day. So we started sleeping together, and the moment that we started sleeping together, she then fell pregnant. And this made her father to hate me. Her father started telling me that he was going to get me arrested. Since he's like a policeman, he said that he was going to use his powers as a policeman to get me arrested. But the condition for me not to get arrested were like this. I was supposed to give him his daughter's school fees so that my wife can continue with her education. And at the same time, he had given me a period in which I was supposed to raise some money so that me and my relatives can come, so that I can pay the bride price, because he was saying that you are the one who spoiled my daughter. My daughter had a great future, but because of you, she now does not have a future at all. So I was working, Brother Nashi. Whenever it was month end, this girlfriend of mine, she would come and she would tell me that her father has sent me to she will tell me that her father has sent her and she was here. She will tell me that her father was the one who had sent her so that she can collect some money from me. And I would give her all the money that I was making, and she will pay my rent and buy the food. Then she will go back to her father with all the money. When I would ask about this issue, the father will say that when you impregnated my daughter, you thought that you were clever. Now you have to act as a man. You have to be responsible. So I took my wife to school until she finished a high school. She then went to the university, and it was too much for me, Brother Nashi, because the university was very expensive. And then there was this other day when my father-in-law told me that he wanted me to come and pay for the bride price, otherwise he was going to get me arrested. I then said that I am struggling because at the same time you want me to pay you on a monthly basis, and you want me to take care of your daughter, and you also want me to raise this money for the bride price. So I can't do it anymore. My wife then dropped out of university because I was really struggling. But I think that this is the reason as to why she is treating me in such a way. She blames me. She wanted to become a career woman, but she blames me a lot. Me and my wife, we continued to stay together. That was when sisters came to the United Kingdom. When they came to the United Kingdom, I was treated as if I was a nobody. Even the time when some of my brother-in-laws, the ones that got married to my wife's sisters, they were treated as if they were kings. Whenever there was a family gathering, my father-in-law will mistreat me, and he will be sitting down with some of his son-in-laws, and they will be discussing all about business. The moment that I will try to sit down with them so that I can become part of these business dealings, then my father-in-law will start to complain. He will actually take an axe and he will start to cut some firewood, and he will start to cut some firewood all by himself, and he will say, what must I do, because the man who my daughter got married to is just a useless man. I will feel humiliated so much that I will stop him from continuing what he will be doing. Then he would go and he will start to have a nice time with some of those guys that got married to my wife's sisters. And even when they came to the United Kingdom, the way that I was being mistreated, it was quite worse. So I wanted to prove to my wife that I love her, even though I didn't have a lot of money and I am an electrical engineer. It is just that I have never gotten the opportunities in life so that I can be a better person. But still, I wanted to prove to her that I loved her with all of my heart. At that time, when we started this visa application so that my wife can come to the United Kingdom, I sold off my car and I sold off some of the properties that we had. And I did all of these sacrifices so that my wife can come to the United Kingdom. And indeed, she came to the United Kingdom. So the deal that I had with my wife was that, as per the visa requirements that I am on right now, for her to be able to bring me over to the United Kingdom, she had to prove to the authorities that she will be able to take care of me as her dependent, because I am on that type of a visa. And there was a timeline in which I said to my wife, when you go there, you have to work very hard, do not relax, so that I can also come to the United Kingdom. My wife said, it is fine, my husband, I am going to work very hard. So Brother Nashi, she came to the United Kingdom, and I kept on asking her if she was working hard, but she kept on ignoring me. And we had promised each other that she will be sending me her bank statements so that I can see if she was being able to use the money wisely. But those bank statements, they never came, Brother Nashi. The moment that I will try to speak with her, then she will shout at me, she will insult me, and she will call me a fool. But still, Brother Nashi, looking at my situation, I had lost a lot on my wife. I had used a lot of money on my wife. I said it is far much better for her to treat me like a fool, when I would have gone to the UK, then maybe she will be able to change. But I was very wrong. Now she is treating me as if I am nothing but a slave. I am actually regretting the move that I did, like sending my wife here to the UK. I am actually regretting, but what can I do? For me to return back to Africa, the poverty that I am going to be facing there, it is quite a lot. Hence, I am just suffering, Brother Nashi. Finally, after I had spoken with her, when I told her that since you are no longer communicating with me, maybe it is a wise decision for me to look for another woman who will be able to take care of our kids that we had together. That was when she said, fine, you can start the process. Let us start the process so that you can come over to the United Kingdom. When I came here to the United Kingdom, Brother Nashi, I had to catch the flight at OR Tambo. So there was a slight delay. I was not in control of that delay, but when I arrived in the United Kingdom, she started to insult me. She said, why are you late? I have been sitting here waiting for you. Why are you late? And I tried to explain to her that when I was in South Africa, there was a delay. The plane was delayed. She then said, shut your mouth. You are far much better when you are not speaking, because when you are talking to me, you sound like an idiot. That is all that she says to me. I am always quiet. If she asks me anything, if I try to answer her, if I try to respond to her, she will say, can't you even hear yourself that you are sounding like an idiot? Why don't you just shut up your mouth? I have tried to remind you that when we were still back home in Zim, when things were really tight, but I made sure that she got a proper education. Here being in the United Kingdom, it was because of me. It was because of the sacrifices that I did, but she calls me an idiot. Then there was this other day, Brother Nashi, when she came back from work, she was drunk. And I said, since when did you start drinking? And she said that I am nothing but a fool who can't even take care of her. So I should keep quiet. I should not ask her anything, even when it comes to my love, even when it comes to our love making. When I try to touch her, when I try to be romantic with her, she laughs at me and she says, so this is all that you think about? Sex is all that you think about? What else can you think about? Because you do not know how hard it is to work, because you are just sitting here. Brother Nashi, I don't know what to do anymore. I am a depressed man. As for my mom back home in Zim, she is really sick, so she needs this medication that she has to take constantly, and this medication, it is quite expensive. You do not know, Brother Nashi, what I go through each and every time when my mom asks for some money from me. I have to go down on my knees and beg my wife so that she can send my so that she can send my mom the money. Currently, my father-in-law and some of my brother-in-laws that are here, including my wife, they are planning to start up this fuel service station back home in Zim, but I am not being consulted. They are doing all of these things all alone. Like in our culture, usually when a woman is dishing food for you, they usually go down on their knees as a sign of respect. What hurts me, Brother Nash, is that my wife has never done that, but here in the United Kingdom, she has this other sister of hers, so we usually go to her sister's place. What pains me the most is that when she is dishing out the food, like my wife, when she is dishing out the food for everyone, when she gives the food to her brother-in-law, she actually goes down on her knees as a sign of respect, but she does not do all of these things to her husband. I don't know what to do anymore. I am stuck here in the United Kingdom. I can't work. I can't do anything. I am actually surviving, Brother Nashi. Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear brother, who is saying that he went to the United Kingdom and he is a dependent to his wife, so the visa does not allow him a lot of freedom. Quite a sad story, quite a sad story. Why is it when women are in control of the finances, they mistreat their husbands? But this brother of ours, he's saying that he sacrificed, he sold his car so that they can do these visa applications, but now he's being treated in such a way. Strange things do happen in this world.